The mothers of the girls are guests here at St. Bakhita and other schools that are part of our programs. They also ask for support. They too will somehow be able to monitor their children. And all this for these illiterate women born and bred in remote villages is very difficult. So in 2007, we turned to the young mothers by starting illiteracy classes. This is Alice, our program coordinator, here at St. Bakhita and in the district's outskirts. I would like to ask Alice how many women she is following in the area and within the district.
Alice, monti adi kombedi kanma chok kama initi ka ponye yene.
Mon mati kanyi kalno iti maramu kiara boru ya bi. Eto kabir bo kere wati kiseta baraba pawi ya chel monti barau aliba chel.
Afoyo.
We also had to deal with the children of these young mothers. And so we built and launched 2 nursery schools in remote areas far from urban centers and therefore less served. Here in Patongo, beside the nursery school that hosts more than 200 children, literacy classes for child mothers are also held. There are also available practical courses like tailoring, catering, and craftsmanship, where these young mothers can have the opportunity to start income-generating activities.
I was born in 1988 in Patongo. I'm an orphan. I lost both of my parents in 2000. They died due to the war, which was disturbing the northern people. They were abducted and killed by the rebels. My life was difficult because I had no one to help me, especially when I reached P7. things became complicated. I looked around, searching for help, but in vain, I didn't get. My performance declined because most of my time I could take in the bush because I wanted to escape from the attack. But I struggled and I passed well my PLE. Things again became tough when I had wanted to join senior. I had no one to help me, no one to pay for my fees. Fortunately, my auntie came and picked me. She started paying me right from senior 1 to senior 4. When I completed my senior 4, she told me that she was unable to continue paying me. Yet, I'd wanted to go for further studies. She told me to go back to my grandmother who was taking care of me. Luckily enough, I have a grandmother who is good. She used not to mistreat me. After reaching her, I asked myself a lot of questions. Should I involve myself in risky behaviors so that I get money for my school fees? Oh, I commit suicide. I sat down and made up my mind that when I'm to go to a man, instead I'll be inviting problems on me. If I'm to commit suicide, still, it will not be good because the life of that old woman is in my hands and my life is also in her hands. I controlled my anger. I've completed a year now in St. Bakhita. And the day I entered here, I saw the environment so conducive for learning. And not only for learning, but there's also protection. If you compare to girls who are in day schools, they bit have a lot of problems. They are still being disturbed on the way by the boys. Some big men are also trying to convince them to interfere with their studies, but here we are well protected. Security is also here, and in case of any problem, we are helped. But what can really, at times, make me not happy is that those girls who are still at home, they are still being abused, much as the war has ended. The guardians who are taking care of them are forcing them to go for early marriages as the way of getting money, since the war made them not to cultivate. And there are some big men who are also defiling the young girls, forcing them into sex, which really can at times confuse my mind. So, much as this war has ended, and they are still being abused, the government should really open up their eyes, understand, and rescue these girls. And I wish there were hundreds Bakhitas. At least they would have been rescued. Since there are no 100 Bakhitas, the government should come in because the war has ended. We don't want child abuses to continue. They should come up and make sure that these abuses have stopped.